Splatoon 3 Side Order DLC released half a year ago now to mixed thoughts. Some people love the DLC while others feel like it wasn't worth the wait. So now that Side Order's initial hype is gone, let's see if Side Order has held up. Is it a good side dish or did it fall out of order? Was that good? I hope that was good. No, that wasn't good. I'm sorry. Just so you all know, I'll be telling you if there are any story or other kinds of spoilers before each section of the review. You can use the timestamps in the description to skip around through sections if you would like. With that said, there are no spoilers in this section. Side Order's music is just incredible. All Splatoon music is. I'd say it's honestly on par with Octo Expansion's music. One of my favorite parts about it though is how it references so many off the hook songs. The fan service is awesome. Anyways, all the music has this techie, intense vibe to it. It complements the vibe of the floors very well. Also, the final boss's music is incredible. Of course, no spoilers, but it's really good. I'd play the music in this review, but... This section is a story section, so it's kind of gonna have like a bunch of spoilers. I'll give you a few seconds to skip ahead. Anyways, before I move on to the gameplay, I think it's pretty important to explain the story since the gameplay would not make sense with no story context. The story of Side Order is fine. It definitely gets the job done, but it could be a bit more interesting. Agent 8, who's now called just 8, which I think is pretty cool, wakes up in a weird digital version of Inkopolis Square. Some people think they lost their memory again, but I think they're just confused. I mean, you would be too if you woke up in a bleached version of Inkopolis Square. Anyways, they see Pearl as a drone? Whatever. 8 and Pearl then go into a corrupted version of Deca Tower called the Spire of Order and search for Marina. Instead, they find themselves in an elevator with Oct. If you didn't already know, Oct is Deadfish, who made a lot of the music in Splatoon 2's Octo expansion. Oct is also just German 8, so Oct is just German Agent 8? I'm overthinking this way too much, right? Anyways, 8, Pearl, and Oct decide to go to the top of the tower in the elevator in search for Marina. When they get to the top, they see this corrupted version of Marina. Then you get into an epic fight to save her. Once you do, she comes out of the weird machine thingy she was trapped in, and then Octo Stomp comes out. Oh wait, I was wrong. Order comes out and basically tells you that he wants to trap everyone in the Memverse. That's what the place is called. And then he kicks 8, Oct, Pearl, and Marina out of the tower. After that, 8 gets told that they gotta save the world. Again. So presumably after a few runs through the spire, upgrades, and awkward conversations, you face off against Order once again. But this time is different. This time, you do like the same boss as before, but a lot harder. Now there are some new attacks, and the fight is much longer, but the general way you fight the boss is the same way you fought Marina. Anyways, Order is now this weird octopus thing. Once you defeat him, you don't. Order, or Overlorder I guess, I don't know, he changed his name, decides that he's gonna still do his evil deeds and tries to get everyone in the Memverse and create his world of order. And then, he does. Just kidding, basically 8 has an epic vibe, so the gang's alright. I know that makes no sense, but that's just how it goes. So now that I got one of the best Splatoon songs playing, everyone is hyped up again. Hooray! Pearl does that and breaks the top of the spire. Dang, she really is loud. Now Overlorder is weak, and 8 and Pearl are ready to fight him. So now you gotta destroy the tentacle portal things and get a bunch of color chips and become super OP. Then Pearl is able to use a special and another scream? Jeez, she's gonna destroy my ear. So I'm assuming Overlorder couldn't handle her battle cry and he's defeated. So what happened to him? Well, see for yourself. Yeah, so Overlorder is handled with, and the main story is complete. There is some extra stuff, such as going through their spire with all the weapons, but you don't have to do that, even though I would 100% recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and if you want to say that you truly finished the game, I'd say you have to. There's also Marina's dev diary, which is neat. It gives a bit of information on what happened between Splatoon 2 and 3 with Off the Hook, and some cool info on Oct, but not the craziest thing in the world. Overall, I just think the story was a bit disappointing. Compared to Octo Expansion's amazing story and lore, it's nowhere near as good. It also felt a bit random at times, like 8 had a good vibe or something, and then is able to have control over themselves again. That doesn't make any sense. But there's also a lot of things I like. Oct is pretty cool to be here, and Order looks intimidating at first. The next section is gameplay, so if you somehow haven't seen any gameplay from Side Order yet, I guess you could skip this section, but why would you? The gameplay in Side Order is amazing, and probably the best part of the DLC. I mean, like, the music and aesthetic are cool, but the gameplay is what really counts, and it's awesome. Basically, 8 has to scale 30 floors of the Spire of Order while obtaining color chips that give you upgrades. On each floor, you're able to choose a color chip that you can use to upgrade your abilities. Some of these abilities include dealing more damage, getting more range, better accuracy, a squid roll, or I guess octo roll, that does damage, and a ton more. This means that by the end of a run, you get super powerful. But what exactly do you do in each run? On each floor, you have to complete an objective. These can include destroying all the portals that spawn enemies, controlling a splat zone, defeating a boss, and more. They all require doing normal Splatoon stuff, like defeating enemies and inking everything. All these objectives are fun and sometimes difficult challenges to do. As you choose a color chip on each floor, you also choose an objective and difficulty, meaning that you decide how hard the game is. Side Order is also a roguelite, which means you get stronger each time you try to conquer the Spire. You get pearls along the way that you can use to permanently upgrade 8. These permanent upgrades include getting more lives, dealing more damage, unlocking new abilities for Pearl to use, and many more. You don't have to use these abilities, and you can always deactivate them if you want to give yourself more of a challenge. Being able to control the difficulty of a game without difficulty options is so cool. People can easily scale the difficulty to how easy or hard they want it to be. There are also many different weapons you can use in Side Order, at least one for every class. Each weapon provides a different way to play. They all come with different subs and specials too. They also all have color chips they're most likely to get. For example, the roller is most likely to get power color chip. This is awesome since it means you're able to do runs with only power color chips, which is super fun. Oh yeah, Pearl. Since Pearl is a drone now, she's there to help you on each floor. She throws weapons down onto enemies to assist you. You can also use her to glide. All this adds another layer of depth to the whole thing. I'm almost done with this section now, but here are a few things I forgot to mention. Danger floors sometimes appear when selecting floors. These provide hard challenges such as not being able to use Pearl or having enemy ink everywhere. Vending machines also appear on some floors. You can use these to swap out your subs and specials or get new color chips. The boss fights in Side Order are awesome. To be honest, I don't have enough time to cover them all in this video, so maybe I'll rank them all sometime if y'all want. The graphics are Switch game graphics that aren't Pokemon, so they're great. Moving on. Unless you've never seen anything to do with Side Order at all, yeah, this section has zero spoilers. Side Order's aesthetic is great. It uses a lot of bright colors, but also uses a lot of dark ones, especially with the enemies you want to defeat. To be honest, I don't know what else to say. It's just really good. Also, this review is way longer than I thought it would be, so if you wouldn't like to hear about the rewards and some extra stuff I missed for Side Order, then you should probably skip this section. The main reward for Side Order is access to Inkopolis Square in Splatoon 3. It's been changed a bit to have access to new modes like Table Turf and Side Order, but it's mostly the same. Well, you can't access Octo Expansion or Splatoon 2's Hero Mode, but that's expected. There's even some new stuff like a skating jellyfish and a new outdoor dining area, which is cool. You can't actually go there, but you kinda can with like a glitch. It's probably been patched by now, but still pointing it out. You're also able to watch Off the Hook perform here during Splatfest. Beating Side Order also lets you buy some neat accessories for your locker or splash tags that are Side Order themed. Epic. You also can get an Order skin for a bunch of weapons if you beat Side Order with that weapon. These skins even have unique sound effects. The rewards you get for beating Side Order are awesome. Just a cherry on top to this amazing DLC. In conclusion, I think Side Order is an incredible DLC. The music is fantastic, the story is okay, the gameplay is super awesome, the game looks great, and the rewards are cool too. I think Side Order is very good. Some people don't think so, but after talking about pretty much everything in this DLC, it's obvious that I think it's really good. I would 100% recommend buying it to anyone who likes Splatoon. Thanks for watching my review of Side Order. This took a lot of effort to make, so please like and subscribe. I don't really have an outro screen yet, but I don't know, watch my shorts. Bye! Also, thank you so much to Funny Toadman who helped me get a lot of footage for this video. Yay!